No.
The 2019 Ford Ranger is propelling with the 2.3-liter EcoBoost inline-four, a turbocharged motor with extremely solid specs in the Mustang and Focus RS. The new Ranger's immediate rival, the Chevrolet Colorado, offers 3 motor decisions. Considering the one-upsmanship fight seething between the pristine 2019 Silverado 1500, its still strange Duramax inline-six diesel motor, and the F-150's new diesel V6, we don't think Ford is leaving things there. There are a couple of motors that could discover their way in the engine of the Ranger. How about we cover them thusly? The Ford Transit offers the power-stroke 3.2-liter motor went down with a 6-speed programmed in the United States, which is sold as a Duratorque in different parts of the world. It's an inline-five, turbocharged diesel motor that produces 185 drive and 350 pounds-to-foot of torque. In the Transit, it offers incredible payload and towing numbers, 3,280 pounds and 4,800 pounds, separately. The EPA doesn't list efficiency numbers for this vehicle. The most grounded case for the 3.2 is that it's really fitted as of now in worldwide Rangers as the big cheese motor decision for a few markets. Since the US officer is to a great extent indistinguishable to the worldwide Ranger, it'll hypothetically jolt up. We should expect that the 3.2's yield figures would be unaltered in the Ranger. With the power-stroke 3.2 in the engine, the Ranger would be near the Chevy Colorado's accessible 2.8-liter Duramax turbodiesel i4. The Duramax makes 181 horsepower and 369 pounds-to-foot of torque. Considering the power-stroke's bigger relocation and more prominent chamber tally, there might be some space to change the tune to beat the Duramax, yet it's sufficiently nearby that Ford shouldn't be humiliated in any case. We've assessed this motor in the Transit on our first drive survey in 2014. This is what the analyst thought of the motor. It's sort of an animal as well, offering 90% of pinnacle torque beginning at 1,500 revolutions per minute. While not the speeds to the EcoBoost is, it'll surely drag some stuff. The 3.2 is required to be the prime efficiency and long-haul toughness choice, and it would be wise to think of it as the most costly. Tally the power-stroke 3.2 a plausible motor alternative for the future, especially for a Duramax ZR2 battling FX4 Level 2 trim, excepting it meddling with crash test prerequisites or something like that. Passage just appeared another light obligation, in other words, not for tremendous business trucks, diesel motor in the F-150. It's a 3.0-liter turbodiesel V6 that makes 250 horsepower at 3,250 revolutions per minute and 440 pounds-to-foot of torque at 1,750 revolutions per minute. Passage hasn't discharged authority mileage numbers yet, however it's going for 30 miles per gallon on the parkway. There's no genuine obstruction keeping Ford from detuning it somewhat for little truck work. There are a couple of inquiries that keep us from saying whether it'd really work in the Ranger. The worldwide Ranger includes just inline motors, running from the 2.2-liter Duratorque inline-four to the 3.2-liter inline-five said above. There's no evident answer yet with respect to whether a wide double overhead cam V6 including a 60-degree bank point would fit in advance. For one, it's not clear the worldwide Ranger was built to fit a V6 from the begin. We likewise don't know whether Ford would re-engineer the motor compartment to make it so. It had likewise placed it in rivalry with the bigger F-150 with a similar motor, even in detuned shape. Then again, a V6 or some likeness thereof appears like a smart thought for the United States, and until told else we'll think of it as a solid plausibility. Far likelier than the power-stroke V6 is an EcoBoost V6. The 2.7-liter EcoBoost V6 motor is adaptable. While it presents comparable bundling worries as the power-stroke V6, being another dock motor with a 60-degree bank edge, it's accessible in an extensive variety of energy yields officially, extending from 315 horsepower in the old Edge Sport to 335 horsepower in some Lincoln items. On the off chance that Ford did re-engineer the motor compartment to oblige a V6, the 2.7 is the thing that we envision would be the best fit. Envision if Ford chose it required a smaller than expected Raptor to complement its forsake vanquishing F-150 Raptor. What motor to pick? You can't upstage the huge Raptor by putting a 3.5-litre EcoBoost into a littler bundle. Be that as it may, you could give the 2.7-litre EcoBoost a little kick, maybe up to the 335 horsepower/380 pounds-to-foot spec. That will probably give it a sufficient helpful power knock over the likeliest 2.3-litre EcoBoost tune to make it something extraordinary, and absolutely it'll be working less hard than the 2.3 to make enormous power. At the present time, we know Ford can make the 2.3-litre EcoBoost sufficiently intense to function admirably against the Ranger's primary rivalry, the Colorado, also the Toyota Tacoma and Nissan Frontier. Past that, we have taught surmises, yet we ought to recognize that the Ranger may just be accessible with the 2.3-litre EcoBoost. Assuming this is the case, we trust the organization would adjust a manual transmission to work with it to fulfill truck purchasers who need to move for themselves. Maybe an amplified unit found in the EcoBoost Mustang may work for that reason. Passage will influence the most out of this enormous truck uncover by doling out data in modest pieces. We'll precisely parse the goodies and let you know when we can make any more inferences about what the Ranger's future holds.